Hey you guys, welcome to today's reading and thank you so much for joining me. It's the 1st of May and I woke up on the right side of the bed today and I hope I can share those healing vibrations with you. So let's just dive straight in and see what you need to hear right now. So for the viewer, please Spirit, Archangels, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, please guide this reading. Oop, there it is. I think there's two. Oh, bottom of the deck we have the threshold. I just feel like I was like holding my breath. Feels like finish line energy. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have the medallion and the vow. That is such finish line energy. That is like, you've been working really hard and I'm hearing like nose in the sand, which is like a combination of nose to the grindstone and head in the sand. Oh, this hair is gonna bother me. So yeah, there's this element of you've been, and I'm also seeing like a nut storing, or a squirrel like storing his nuts away. 1, 2, 3. There's some kind of growing momentum. I'm seeing now like a phoenix in the clouds. So scorpionic energy, death and rebirth. There could have been, maybe it's a karmic cycle that you're closing out. But yeah, let's see what numbers these are. LIV, which is 54. And LIX, which sounds like LAX, which is 59. So 5 between them. Yeah, some sort of change. And I feel like it's interesting. The images here are kind of similar. We have hands and there's like a reaching kind of energy, especially with threshold here at the bottom. And I'm also seeing Anima Mundi, which is one of the major arcanas in this deck. I think it's the final card in the deck, actually. And yeah. And with the Queen here, I feel like there's like a lot of trials and tribulations that you've been through. In order to be where you are today, I want to say 232. I've been seeing that a lot as well, which 2 is the number of choice and decision, and 3 is the number of divine feminine. I also want to say that if all the number synchronicities get confusing to you, it's okay. They're kind of confusing to me too, but they're also really exciting when you start to see patterns. 252 now, and that's what keeps me going. And it's really whether you, wow, interesting. I heard whether you let your confusion belittle you or you let it entice you. That's an interesting way of putting it. So let's get some tarot now to see more, and we probably will read from the book these cards. But obviously there's like a marriage kind of energy here with the vow, or some sort of promise. I'm hearing promise keeper and also peacekeeper, peace treaty. For the viewer, please Spirit, what's going on? What's this medallion and the vow energy about? Also 54 and 59. 54 is 9, and 59 is it 5? I hate when my brain stops working. I don't hate it. I'm grateful that I have that trust, but come on, 5 plus 9, Erica. Yeah, it is 5. Okay. Okay, the 2 cards we have coming out. Interesting. Oh, interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of coins. We have the 5 and 6 of coins. Mercury in Taurus with the 5 of coins. Mercury, the planet of thinking and communication. Oh my gosh. And Taurus, the earth sign, fixed earth energy, which I really want to make my readings comprehensive, but I also don't want to over-explain the mundane details to people. I feel like this real strong energy of like pouring in, whatever you pour into something, you will get back in return. So yeah, but I also would like, I find it satisfying to provide a lot of details. So yeah, Mercury in Taurus, and oh, interesting. moon in Taurus, and we are in Taurus season. Oh, and I have black all over me from the Palo Santo. But interesting that we have sequential energy, especially with the 3 of coins at the bottom. 6 of coins is all about equal, exactly, what you pour into something you get back. And the 5 of coins is the feeling of being left out in the cold, of being alone. There's like an unfair treatment kind of energy. I think it's interesting that instead of going 5, 6, we have 6, 5, and then 3 at the bottom. There's like a breakdown energy. Knight of Wands. Let's see what else. Let's get 2 more cards here for this first row. Get a clearer image. Now we have the King of Wands, fire sign energy, and the 9 of coins, which is more pentacle energy, more coin energy, with Venus in Virgo, which can be a kind of a stingy energy as well. With the 10 of Wands at the bottom though, this 6:06 on the clock feels like someone could have chosen their independence here, chosen to go it alone as well. And then somehow in that choosing to be alone, this could be you, of course, that's where they find their victory, because the 9 of coins, now we're increasing again. And it's with the King of Wands, it's like through taking your power back, 639, which Nikola Tesla said, if you knew the secrets of 3, 6, and 9, you would understand the secrets of the universe. 3 for me is the number of divine feminine. It's creative energy. And I'm hearing you didn't let them take away your creativity. 6 is the number of love, and 9 is the number of self. Yeah, and there's something about finding peace and harmony within yourself. And if you're not there yet, this is the advice. And it might be that in order to find this peace and harmony in yourself, like the 6 of coins energy, moon in Taurus, which is a very stable emotional world, there might be a need to walk away from certain people. And I'm getting partnerships specifically. And it might have been like a style of relating to people. Sorry, I know not everyone likes that sound, but once I start, I can't stop. And maybe, yeah, there was something like that, like an addictive pattern. I'm hearing stallion, which is reminding me, like in the horse world, most farms, if you either have like breeding facilities or not, and this is big generalization, so take it with a grain of salt, but most places, if you have a stallion, you have one and they live a completely isolated lifestyle because of our breeding practices and our lack of education and lack of confidence and lack of knowledge of how to deal with power. The stallion, you know, that's an intact male horse without violence. So often, yeah. So there's something about that. And even on this King of Wands card, there is a black horse running. And so maybe that's why I'm thinking of that. But there's, yeah, I'm getting like competitive. I'm hearing infighting. You might have been, yeah, and I'm getting the energy of like your shoes being too small for you. It's like you, and it's reminding me of a song. There's a song with that line. It might be by CC Frey. But it's like being in a town or being in a place that kept you constricted. And that's what I wanted to say with Mercury in Taurus, the 5 of coins energy. This can be a blocked throat chakra, it can be slow communication. I'm even getting like muddled thinking or stagnant thinking, and we are coming out of Mercury in retrograde. So our mind should be a little bit more clear. Things should be moving a little bit faster. We also have Mars, our planet of passion and masculine energy, forward movement in Aries, 939, which is a beautiful placement, and beautiful Erica Dutero has that placement. And it's just like forward momentum. And I'm hearing like being celebrated, like there's finally space to move. But again, it could be coming on the tail end of this 5 of Coins energy of maybe feeling alone. But then it's like, it's almost like this perspective shift of like, damn it, I'm alone. And it's like, damn it, I'm alone. Like, yes, with the 9 of Coins, it's very abundant. And with the 10 of Wands at the bottom, yeah, and the Queen of Swords and the 9 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is the energy of like dropping a heavy burden. And I'm hearing it wasn't you, like you weren't the burden. Yeah, and the 9 of Wands coming out now. This is Moon in Sagittarius energy. Interesting that we start the reading off with 2 Moon cards. The 6 of Coins and the 9 of Wands. And 6 and 9 too is that Cancer energy. The symbol for Cancer is like a 6-9 on its side. And that to me talks about self-love, and the moon in our birth chart talks about our internal world, our emotions. And now, because I'm touching my necklace, it's reminding me, and the moon relates to dreams, it's reminding me of a dream I had where someone was trying to put this necklace on. 1111, wow. Yeah, there was like a girl in my dreams, and she was just like sneakily, like I was looking right at her, and she was like just taking my necklace and like putting it on like right in front of me. And the reason I'm mentioning it too is because, or maybe the reason why it's coming up is it was very much almost like a child. She wasn't a child. She was a grown woman, but the relationship I had to her felt like mother-daughter. And I was watching her like, don't do that. Like, no, you can, and because it had the energy of like, I'm going to take this from you. And I'm looking at you and I hope you think I'm cute enough that I can just take this from you. And I was looking right at her and I was just like, no, like put that back. So yeah, there's something maybe about someone trying to take from you, or maybe the way you relate to people, something about this mother energy. And there could have been a cycle in relationship, maybe of not giving and receiving in equal measure. Maybe there was more like a hierarchy where you felt you had to give more or you had to receive more. Yeah, something along those lines. I'm not sure. But the 9 of Wands is also wounded warrior energy. Both Moon in Sagittarius and Moon in Taurus people, I could imagine being emotionally guarded in a way as well. There's 10 of Wands is still at the bottom of the deck. And this is also the energy of having moved through like a lot of fire, I want to say. Like you've been through a lot. Like in the Rider-Waite Tarot, the 9 of Wands usually has like a warrior with bandages all over them, especially their head. Now we have the Queen of Coins, so earth sign energy. Some sort of regal energy is coming through here too. There's something, yeah, the Queen of Coins energy is kind of similar to the energy I was in that dream, where it's like I'm watching, I'm not moving, I'm not getting flustered, I'm just watching and like, no, put that back, sweetheart. That's not yours. Yeah, I'm not sure. Some sort of divine feminine energy. Let's see what else for the viewer, please, Spirit. 2 more cards. There's 1. And of course we get 3, but interesting that we have the 3 of Coins. Maybe I'll just put it on the bottom since we already saw it. But we got the 2 of Cups again, and there's the 10 of Wands. Interesting. Which one did we get first? 10 of Wands first, right? 14, as I said that, which is the Temperance card, which is more Sagittarius energy. Interesting that we're starting with moon energies, Moon in Taurus, Moon in Sagittarius, ending with 2 Venus energies, and Venus in Virgo and Venus, oh, my brain, and Venus in Cancer with the 2 of Cups. This to me with the 10 of Wands and the King of Wands, it could be an energy of someone feeling like a lot of passion, a lot of desire to move forward, especially with this Mars, with Mars moving into Aries. Again, Aries is the sign ruled by Mars. So we're really happy in this energy because it's just natural. And again, Aries is the warrior, but I'm also hearing it's the child as well. childlike innocence, but there's some sort of, maybe you brought someone's childlike innocence out of them. Maybe that's why I was talking about that dream as well. Again, I'm hearing it's something about the way you relate to people, some sort of like relational style, and I'm not even sure fully what that means. But I just keep hearing the same thing, like, no, it's the style with which you relate to people. It's the dynamic you have maybe with a certain person, or this is like something you're moving out of. Yeah, it is interesting, that Venus being in Virgo, the sign related to the Virgin. What else is Virgo? Virgo is also the Hermit. It's someone that goes within, that in chaos and confusion goes it alone. That's the card of like independence. It's being really ready for a relationship too, actually. It's like you're only one pentacle away from the 10 of Pentacles, which is having complete financial stability and everything. But then the card of Venus in Cancer is typically a card with two people in it, right? A relationship, a meeting of two equals. And specifically the man, I believe, is reaching out, the masculine energy rather, is reaching out to touch the feminine's cup. There's something significant about that, because I often feel that Virgo and Cancer have a similar, what is it? There's like a sensitivity, there's like a bit of like a neurotic tinge there, or maybe like Virgo has that neurotic tinge where Cancer is sensitive to it and can really caretake it. There's a similar, Cancer is a water sign, but it's still early in the astrological wheel, and so it's still related to the mind. And Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And then with the Three of Coins, this is the energy of Mars in Capricorn, which is building energy. And the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, more Sagittarius energy, more Jupiter expansive energy. And with the medallion and the vow, just realizing that's where we started, and we're ending with the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups came out last reading as well too. Okay, well, I don't want to get any more tarot at this point. I feel like let's go in with these guys, the frequency tarot cards. And let me just look at this a little more. I didn't talk about the Queen of Coins much. She's kind of a quiet energy here, and she is coming up underneath the Five of Coins, which again, Mercury in Taurus. There's the Truth though, 63. Yeah, maybe there's something about that, like having the truth but staying silent. Yeah. I'm hearing, yeah, slow to communicate. Wow, there's the Truth again, 63, crazy. And that's a 9 as well. We do have 2 9s out here as well. So yeah, Hermit energy, Virgo energy is here, as well as the Empress. She's not here, but there's suggestions because the number 3. Okay, let's see. For the viewer, please, Spirit, what's the Six of Coins energy about? We have positive focus, 49 in reverse. What's the Nine of Wands about? For the viewer, please, Spirit. Just one card, please. Okay. Kindred Soul, 31. Does that mean anything to me? It almost does. There's something here. I'm hearing expansive thinking, looking outside of the box, non-linear thought. There's something about, again, like putting boundaries up with certain relationships, recognizing that a comfort zone might be comfortable for like not a great reason. I just saw 10:10 on the clock, 19:55. And something about with 19 relating to the sun being, you know, exposure, the truth. Yeah, and it's reminding me too, like I'm just noticing I'm kind of cold, and it's like because my dog is here and he was cold. So like giving someone like the shirt off of your back kind of energy. I want to see what positive focus in reverse means though before we get any more, because yeah, it feels significant. Okay, it says, yeah, exactly. You have become somewhat of a Pollyanna. You are using the positive to escape and deny the negative, and this is bypassing. Ignorance is not a virtue. You are using the positive to bypass the negative. This isn't serving you in the long term. It is causing a division between your conscious and your subconscious, and is making other people feel like you just don't understand. What are you using positive focus to avoid noticing or admitting to? Yeah, so if there's some sort of imbalance in a relationship or connection, I see you like putting your boundaries up, which that is the meaning of the 9 of Wands card. And I feel like that is protecting you so that you can align with this kindred soul energy. But let's see what the card says, because these don't seem to stick in my brain. It says you are in the process, of coming together in space and time with your soul's counterpoint. The physical dimension is a time-space reality of polarity. This card suggests the very real potential of coming together with your polar aspect, and thus experiencing the sensation of being whole with someone who shares your beliefs, attitudes, or feelings. If you are not currently in a relationship, this suggests that very soon you will be. If you are in a relationship, this could mean that you are about to find a much greater connection with your partner, or that your partner may be replaced by someone who is more of a match to you. Though this card almost always suggests the presence of a romantic partnership, it is possible that our kindred soul may not come in the form of a romantic partner. Whatever the case may be, keep yourself open to receive them. They may come from the most unexpected places. Oh, this is the feeling I woke up with. 222. 2222. Thank you. What did I just do? Okay. Yeah. There's really positive feelings from me. And number 31, I don't know, to me this frequency image doesn't look very good to me either, which could be another message that you might not expect this. This might be someone that isn't your type, or maybe you've passed them by every day. Maybe there's someone like you've known all your life, or maybe they go to a coffee shop that you don't normally go to or something. There's some sort of energy of serendipity, and that's what today feels like. It's just like, good. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what the energy of the 5 of Coins is. Heritage 21 in reverse, exactly. Yes, 26 and 36, potential and meditation coming up for the Queen of Coins. I'm not going to read these from the book because the message is pretty clear to me, which is what I already said basically. 15, diversity on the bottom there feels significant with the Devil energy. I feel like there's a recognition of your own value, and I'm hearing self-worth. And with Heritage 21 in reverse, there's a feeling of, like I was saying before, it's like maybe this is my comfort zone, but it's not for a good reason. Like if you were raised in a toxic environment, which I say that lightly, and there's varying degrees of it, because but it's like, what, is that true? I was gonna say a toxic environment for someone might be a healthy environment for someone else, but I don't know if that's true. I could see someone who is in a state of purging, or still hasn't really dealt with their anger and their grief, and being triggered by like a healthy environment. Like I could see how healthy people, or not even necessarily like health, because what's a healthy person? I don't know. But I could see how I see how light triggers the dark up out of us. And I also, what I see more so here though for the collective is a recognition. It's like, I have nothing to say to you. That's like, yeah, again, to a certain person or a group of people, or yeah, I have nothing to say to you. And there's something about that being the more true than anything you could say. Okay, let's see what the energy of the King of Wands and the Ten of Wands is. We have uplift and surrender. Oof. Wow, someone was feeling heavy or is feeling heavy. Interesting too, because we have the Ten of Wands underneath. I'm gonna get a card for the Ten of Wands though too, just so that we're being fair. Synchronicity. I was saying that, right? Nine of Coins, let's see. Aplomb. I never know how to say that. Aplomb. Two of Cups. Expansion and moving forward. In reverse, what the heck? And nostalgia, 41 at the bottom. We got a lot of 1 and ending in 1. 21, 31, 41, 71. Integration popping out there. Okay, uplift and surrender. It feels like, yeah, this King of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this fire sign person, feeling burdened. Yeah, and I was, you know, saying with the Ten of Wands here, that it could have been passionate. This can also be, because this is the placement of Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn being the planet of limitation, boundaries, restriction, putting in the hard work before you receive. And Sagittarius, the sign of forward movement, long distance travel, philosophical thinking. So there's something I'm getting, I just saw the energy of like, what's that? Throwing a stick in your spokes, you know, where a bicycle wheel, you know, there's something, I almost feel like you, especially with the Queen of Coins energy, it's like they're not counterparts, but there's some sort of connection point here. I'm taking this Queen of Coins as you, but you could also be the King of Wands, but there's some sort of energy where it's like you're adjacent, kitty cornered, but you're not, there's not a lot of surface area contact. There's not a lot of similarities. Maybe you grew up very different. There's a different, maybe a language barrier, some sort of, but at the same time, you're looking in the same direction. Anyway, but yeah, it's like this person was feeling sad, basically. Uplift and surrender in reverse. It's like there's like a weight. It's also giving me the energy too of like a fire, but with like too many logs on it. So it's like the fire has to, there's so much density it's got to consume. So again, yeah, you could have triggered someone's darkness. Maybe this King of Wands darkness. I'm just noticing how my heart line is healing. And also how my commitment line is getting deeper. So yeah, I feel like the collective is through resting in this divine feminine energy with the Queen of Coins. And fascinatingly, it says on the side here, the vision of sorrow. It's something about like learning to rest in your feminine energy because of hurt or betrayal or something, some sort of balance here where you're integrating the part of you that is aware of the pain and the part of you that is like totally focused on the present and the freedom. Like it's like your shadow self and your highest self coming together. And we are coming up, well, I mean, it's a bit of a ways, isn't it? But I mean, summer, the summer solstice, Beltane. When's Beltane? I think that's soon. I forget what that even means, but I think that has something to do with what I was just saying. Okay. The Queen of Coins is also pregnant, and the Ten of Wands kind of gives me that as well, or like wanting someone to be pregnant. What do I want to do? I want to read from the book. what uplift and surrender in reverse mean. Maybe both of them, I'm not sure. We'll see how much patience I have. It says, if you have drawn this card in your reverse, yeah, someone in your life is in need of a pick-me-up. Send them something inspirational. Help them to be spontaneous by inviting them to do something fun and unusual. If at all possible, find a way to make them laugh. This person in your life would greatly benefit by a random act of kindness. You could give them a gift or do them an act of service. That's very Virgo energy. Act of service, that is. You could offer them words of affirmation or physical affection or spend quality time with them. Do you know who this person is? When you find out, take some action. Now I'm questioning who this person is in my life. Let's stay focused. Okay, 58. It says, if you have drawn this card in reverse, you are giving too much of your power away. Exactly. Relinquishing control in this circumstance will not work because others will prioritize their own wants and needs over yours. Okay, so I get the sense now that the Queen of Coins and the King of Wands might have had a similar relational style. Just like we were saying, 31, this is on page 51, that one energy. So you might both be breaking cycles, breaking with tradition, I'm hearing, which might spiral you totally away from each other, but like end up coming back. Like I'm seeing gears. So on one of these cards, just something, it's such a clear visual. I'm seeing like, you know, within a clock, the gears, how they interlink and then they work together. But there's an energy of like pushing someone through, you breaking out of a cycle, like you're pushing someone forward in a cycle. And I'm hearing community healing. That's beautiful. But yeah, you might both have been overgivers. And so, yeah, and I'm getting that energy of like, when I was talking about the Five of Coins and the Queen of Coins, and like, I have nothing to tell you, it's like an energy of like, because we're the same, it's like what is understood doesn't need to be said. Yeah. And something about being like vibrations, but canceling each other out. It's like there's because you're just canceling. There's no room for connectivity. Yeah. Oh, interesting that surrender and synchronicity are sequential. I didn't realize that until I don't even know why I did that with a card. But let's see what else it says. It says, perhaps you are surrendering because you want to avoid conflict. Perhaps you are surrendering because you do not believe in yourself. Whatever the case may be, right now is the time to assert yourself. Prove to yourself that you are worth advocating for. Yeah, and it says synchronicity, 59. If you have drawn this card upright, you can be sure that divine forces are at play in your circumstance. This is a particularly meaningful relationship between the things you are lining up with at this time. You are a creator, and at this time, your focus and energy is bringing forth that which you require into physical manifestation. Be conscious of what thoughts you are thinking. The time between the thought and its physical appearance will be quick. Get clear about what you desire in your life. All forces in the universe are working with you to bring your desires to fruition. Stunning. And then aplomb. I believe this is a really good card. Yeah, listen, over top of the Nine of Coins, stop. This is so nice. Okay, let me just line these up because organization, control, feels good, I guess. Okay, it says you are lining up vibrationally with victory and overcoming opposition through your confidence. 3355. So this could be for the Divine Feminine. Or just the Divine Feminine energy within. There's something about the feelings getting correct. That's why we started with 2 Moon cards and ended with 2 Venus cards. Like this is very Venusian. Ooh, I love it. It's like, this is for the girls. But no, of course, you know how it goes. It's for everyone. It says, now is the time to assert yourself and be bold. You do not come to this life to live carefully and to stay safe. You may need to look after yourself at this time and be confident in expressing your needs and wants. Otherwise, you will not get your way. This is a time to know fundamentally who you are and what you stand for. If you were going to die 1 year from today, what would you do and how would you want to be remembered? If you have drawn this card, confidence is the order of the day. Self-assurance will get you what you want. Confidence is not to be confused with aggression. If you have drawn this card, you must come to terms with your own aggressive impulses. No matter how denied it may be within you, aggression is part of human nature, part of your innate survival mechanism. Aggression cannot be simply suppressed. To do so will only turn it inward on yourself. That is very Virgo energy as well. Well, unhealthy expression. When it does this, it will manifest itself in the form of illness. Aggression can be very destructive. It is also powerful energy that can be channeled creatively. This is a time when you need to be aware of your impulses or anger. If you have drawn this card, the time has come to really focus on developing your self-esteem. This is not the time for introspection. This is the time to develop the confidence and claim your place in the world. Yes. Now these cards are a little depressing. I'm hoping maybe, maybe what it's saying is like, now is a time to be alone and be confident and to just be whole within yourself, and that like fixating or focusing on a love connection is maybe not the best. I don't know. Let's see what expansion in reverse. It just doesn't sound good, but maybe it is good. It says, if you have drawn this card in reverse, you are inhibiting yourself in your life. Most often we do this either because of our fear or because of the sake of other people. Why are you afraid of doing something different? Why are you afraid of becoming more? You are not currently giving yourself permission to experience the life that you want to experience. Ask yourself, what could I, or what do I want to experience more fully? Then give yourself the green light to go experience it. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And yeah, maybe this is what is preventing you from the 10. Because we have the 9 of coins, we have the Queen of coins, we have the 9 of wands, and the 10 of wands. But where's the 10 of coins? So there might be a way in which, yeah, you're holding yourself back. Let's see what moving forward in reverse is. I think it's interesting too that 46 is expansion and 38 is this moving forward. So we have 10, 11. And 11 always feels like that, like breaking through energy. It's like more than wholeness. You've created a relationship with, or relationships with other people where there's a third entity, which is the relationship. There's like, it's a healing, reciprocal relationship where both parties invest in themselves and they invest in the relationship and they invest in the other person. But there's something like, yeah, like not letting pride get in the way. Okay, let's see what it says in reverse. It says, if you've drawn this card in reverse, your desperate need to move forward or to get where you want to go is coming from a place inside you that doesn't believe that what you want ultimately belongs to you. Yes, you do not feel as if you deserve to have what you want. You are putting so much effort forth to get where you want to go in life, not from a place of inspiration, but from a place of struggle. You are convinced that without struggle or force, it will not happen for you. You do not believe the forces in the universe are for achieving your desires. You believe that they are against you achieving your desires. Potentially, you struggled so much to get what you wanted when you were younger, only to be prevented from it by adults around you that you stopped trying altogether. If this is the case, you have stagnated. And apathy now rules your life. It all boils down to that one truth that you are currently missing. You can have whatever you want. You cannot want something that is not meant to be yours. Wow. So yeah, maybe this was a really strong karmic cycle that you were on surrounding lack, and yeah, maybe you shared this with the Queen of Coins or with the Queen of Coins or the King of Wands. Maybe these are both you. Maybe there's like two different warring aspects, maybe not necessarily warring, but two different aspects of yourself that don't know how to mesh, like your feminine and your masculine energy. Oh, is this me? Yeah, the Magician and the Ace of Coins and the 5 of Cups and the Princess of Coins and the 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, the Empress, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Coins, the 5 of Cups, the Princess of Coins. Yeah, it feels like someone wants to come in and change that for you. But of course, like, no one can change your perspective. 6 of Wands. Yeah, you've got to have the confidence to illuminate your own path. The Queen of Swords, the confidence and the discernment to eliminate distraction, to eliminate unhelpful routes, I want to say. The Magician is the energy of, yeah, recognizing you have the power to create the reality you want. You have to have mastery, though, over all elements, which right now is relating to the physical body. The Devil, Judgment, King of Coins. Yeah, there's your counterpart, 6 of Wands. The Hierophant, 3 of Coins. Yeah, Judgment is the energy of making decisions. 6 of Wands is confidence. Wheel of Fortune, again, expansion with the 3 of Coins. Yeah, it's like someone wanting to build with you, someone wanting to expand. Oh, it's already been 40 minutes. Holy cannoli. Time flies when you're having fun. I hope you are having fun because we are coming to an end. We're just going to get one last card, and then depending on my stamina, we might read those two from the book. Probably will. Okay. Pono, number 27, and number 11 at the bottom. I did a personal reading for someone recently, and number 27 came out so many times, it was crazy. So now it feels special to me. And before it wouldn't have. Yeah, it's like, oh, there's something really sweet in that. It's like the experience, maybe the experience you shared with this person imbued like the place you met with a certain magic, or there's some sort of ritual or daily activity that you guys used to do together. There's some sort of connection point here. Especially too, and you guys both might be go-getters with the medallion, like you're both reaching towards something, you've both been working hard, maybe moving through your own dark night of the soul, your own darkness, your own ignorance, towards some sort of endpoint. Maybe thinking to the endpoint is something here, but it actually ends up like you two meeting, because I'm seeing like with the vow, there's at least 2 people holding hands here. It looks like there's more than 4 hands though. But let's see. It says, the heart has the power to heal in a way that the mind cannot understand. Didn't I say that at the beginning too? Something about my mind. And that's what I meant. It's like, I don't need to explain myself. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. A willing heart is all that you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. Recognizing this power does not evoke feelings of pressure or anxiety, but rather of peace and joy. Lightness of heart and relief of mind are here for you now. Aww. The divine within your heart has the power to transform a situation that is troubling you. Do not be intimidated or think it is too much for you or the divine to handle. Do not allow yourself to intellectualize or analyze a situation to the point of feeling confused or paralyzed. Healing through the heart on any and all issues that have plagued you or a loved one can and will happen. Let your heart feel the faith it needs to feel so that it can rest in joy. Divine healing wants to flow abundantly for you. Open up to receive it without hesitation or condition. This is also talking about the Ho'oponopono prayer. I think I said that right, which is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. If you're interested in that, I recommend looking into it. I do it often. It's very helpful and healing. And yeah, you can repeat it as many times as you need to. But that's the gist of it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Yeah, and there's something about that being the path of true freedom. And it's also giving me the energy of like, if they're going to cheat on you, let them. If they're going to betray you, let them. If they're going to gossip about you, let them. Like this Queen of Coins, even with the 3 of Coins too, more that 3 energy, that divine feminine Empress energy, just let them. You don't have to worry about it. If you do, it's not for you, you know? There's so much freedom in that. But it does take experience to get there. Like you can't really fake that. It doesn't work. Okay, so the medallion says, oh, interesting. It's making me think of this necklace too. 183. Ooh, interesting. Okay. It says, the amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. The passing on of sacred objects is an ancient ritual between families, between lovers, and in tribes across the globe. We gift jewels, treasures, keepsakes, and mementos of all kinds, some with great material value, others that hold emotional resonance, and still others with both. Yet when these gifts are bestowed upon us, it is important to recognize that they may bind us to an unspoken agreement or promise. When the medallion card appears, be aware of how the objects you hold dear may be embedded with unconscious energy or expectation. Materials hold consciousness, and it is time to reconcile the vibration of the object around you. What do you covet and collect? Why? Is there an object you have held onto for years that you may be ready to release? Perhaps it is time to reach for the medallion that aligns with your deepest values. When light, upholding tradition, protecting, honoring. When dark, burdensome inheritance, habituation. Ooh, that makes me feel like I see now like a split in this read where it's like this King of Wands energy is feeling the burden of traditions or, you know, whatever, that kind of energy that we were just talking about with a medallion. Maybe even certain relationships with the Two of Cups. Maybe even just the energy of being always, maybe like in the King of Wands energy, a player or someone that's super fiery. There's like a feeling like not enough, outgrowing, like I was talking about with the small shoes. And then with the Queen of Coins, there's a recognition of like, I'm like you, what did I say before in the reading where it was like, you weren't the problem, basically. You weren't the problem. And maybe even if this is within one person, it's like the way you felt wasn't the problem, it was the way you dealt with it, with your masculine energy. Let's see what the vow is now, though. No, it's the other way. Okay, the promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths, and the mixing of drops of blood is a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness, the laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. When light, bearing witness to the shift toward destiny. When dark, unconscious vows, unkept promises, messy karma. Didn't I say something about keeping a promise? Think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? Anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means the time stands still and anything is possible. Ooh, on page 173 too, which is 11. I said that's when I was going to let you go, and now I want to get one more card. Which, yeah, that could be, there could be a surprise on its way to you, I want to say. For the viewer, please, one last card. Oh, one almost came out. For the viewer, please, Spirit. Yeah, I thought it was that one too. 38. Another 11. I love it. And it's the porcupine and anemone. Anemone. Let me find it. Maybe it'll help me pronounce it in here. I doubt it though. Come on, Erica, you can do math. There it is. boundaries, just like we were talking about with the 9 of Wands. It says, oh, I just saw 4949, which was the number of that positive focus card as well. It says, the porcupine with its impressive quills is a well-known symbol of self-defense. According to legend, common among Anishinaabe tribes, the porcupine got its quills by placing the branches of a hawthorn tree on its back, defending itself against the bear. Nanabozo, the trickster spirit in Ojibwe myth, saw the porcupine's cleverness and fashioned it a coat of quills to wear from then on. Just as the porcupine curls into a ball to defend itself from predators, the anemone, I want to say anemone, flower turns inward and down during rainstorms, protecting its delicate petals from damage. Upright. You cannot help others unless you first help yourself. Maintain healthy boundaries around your time and energy, giving generously only once you are sufficiently fed. And it says, how can I ensure my needs are met? Have I established healthy boundaries around my time and energy? Do I respect the boundaries of others? Interesting. Yeah, and I feel called to say too that yesterday I was feeling pretty low energy, and I looked after myself, so maybe that's why I woke up on the right side of the bed today. And it's not magic, it's not positive focus 15. It's just simple, grounded, practical steps forward, and that's what boundaries are. So I'm gonna leave this here. I really hope it resonated and was helpful, and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.